Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Zuhair and today I am going to talk about something that will immensely help you if you are planning to study in Canada. The cost of studying in Canada or any other country as an international student is no joke. You need to be ready to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to pay all sorts of expenses from tuition fee to plane ticket. That's why I have created this video to share with all of you how you can pay your college expenses on your own while studying in Canada. Not only your tuition fee, but living expenses and all the other expenses too. I'll be sharing with you the different ways you can make money in Canada as an international student, as well as various opportunities you can utilize to reduce your expenses. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Before we talk about how to pay our college expenses, we need to know exactly what expenses an international student needs to pay when studying in Canada. These expenses include your tuition, on-campus or off-campus housing, transportation, groceries, meals, health insurance, mobile phone, entertainment, and other miscellaneous expenses. Out of all these expenses, the highest and the most heaviest is the college or university's tuition. So first, let's talk about a way to reduce this expense or clear it off completely even before you reach Canada. This can be achieved through scholarships. Almost all universities in Canada offer some form of scholarships to international students. A majority of universities, including University of Waterloo, University of Alberta, University of Calgary, University of Ottawa, etc., offer automatic entrance scholarships to international students. These automatic entrance scholarships do not require additional applications and are based purely on your academic performance. So if you score a certain percentage in your final exams, the university offers you a scholarship which waives some $1,000 off your tuition fee for your first year of study. Generally, these scholarships are renewable for your second, third and fourth year if you keep maintaining a high score in your academics. Also, the amount you will receive as a recipient of the scholarship and the specific percentage required to get the scholarship depends on the university you are applying to. For instance, University of Waterloo offers a $10,000 scholarship if you maintain an average score of 90% or above. Moreover, most universities have charts like these where the higher you score, the more amount they offer as automatic entrance scholarship. You can find these scholarships by searching the university name and adding automatic entrance scholarship. I would encourage you to do this for all the Canadian universities you are applying to, so you know the minimum scores you need to get a scholarship. These automatic entrance scholarships are guaranteed, so it's up to you to work hard and get the score to save you some thousands of dollars. I think there is no better way to reduce your tuition than scoring high and getting an automatic entrance scholarship. Otherwise, if you don't receive one, you'll have to use your time in Canada to work and pay the money which you could have easily waived through your academic performance. Now, on the other hand, there are some universities like University of Toronto, University of British Columbia, York University and Concordia University which not only offer automatic entrance scholarships but also offer some very generous scholarships to international students. These generous scholarships could cover your tuition anywhere from 60% to 100% and they include UBC International Scholars Program, UBC Outstanding International Student Awards, York University International Entrance Scholarship of Distinction, Concordia Presidential Scholarship, Concordia International Scholars, etc. If we take the example of University of Toronto where I got admitted, it has a fully funded scholarship program for international students called the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship, which covers your tuition fee, living expenses and all the other expenses for all 4 years of your study. UFT also has another scholarship called the International Scholar Award which waives more than 75% of your tuition fee. I received UFT's International Scholar Award for the fall of 2021 and have created a detailed video on how to win it. You can watch it by clicking the link in the top right corner or in the description below this video. Moreover, I have created a dedicated video on the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship as well. In it, I have explained its application process, selection criteria and my strategies to win it. If you are interested, you can again check it out in the top right corner or in the description below this video. Now, if you score high and receive a major scholarship which is covering all of your tuition or a major chunk of your tuition, it will be easy for you to pay off other expenses because you will have the freedom to basically spend or save all the money you will be earning from the other methods that I'm about to share. But if you don't receive a major scholarship because only a minority of students receive these big scholarships, you can at least get an automatic entrance scholarship which can help you by waiving a few $1,000s from your tuition. And these few $1,000s can't be underestimated because they are saving you a ton of time which you would have to otherwise spend working in Canada to ensure you pay them to your university. Therefore, try your best to build a good profile and maintain a high average score in your high school, ideally above 90%, to increase the chances of getting a major scholarship or an automatic entrance scholarship. Alongside automatic entrance scholarship, you can also look for bursaries offered by the university. A bursary is a grant given to a student based on financial need. The amount given as bursary depends on the university, but it usually ranges from $500 to $6,000. Most Canadian universities offer very few bursaries to international students, but if you research and proactively check with the university, you can easily save anywhere between $500 to $6,000 if you genuinely need the money. For instance, University of Waterloo and University of Alberta give emergency bursaries of a few $1,000s to international students if they are in financial need. Okay, now let's talk about the first way you can actively convert your extra time into money to pay your college expenses in Canada. It is by working part-time after your classes. When you receive your student study permit, you will be able to work on campus and off campus even without a work permit. And by working part-time after your classes, you will be able to earn money which you can use however you want. Now you might be wondering whether you can pay all of your expenses with just your part-time job. Unfortunately, you can't, because as an international student in Canada, you have limitation on the number of hours you can work part-time. You can only work 20 hours per week while your studies are going on, and working more than 20 hours per week is illegal as it is a violation of the study permit conditions. So for the 20 hours you work, you get paid the minimum wage, which ranges from $11 to $15 depending on the province you are studying in. In Ontario, where most international students study, the minimum wage is 14 Canadian dollars. And even if you work 20 hours per week for all the semesters, it is very difficult to pay your tuition fee completely, no matter whether you are doing a diploma or a degree. One more thing I want to share here is that most people think working on cash is illegal in Canada, but that's not true. You can work on cash as long as you and your employers are recording the transactions for tax and other purposes. Actually, it is illegal for an international student to work and not report the number of hours worked and the money earned to the Canadian government. So I would encourage you to not choose that route and not exceed the 20 hours per week limit. But do you want to know a way to legally work even more hours than the 20 hours per week limit? Okay, let me share. There is no limitation or restriction on the number of hours you work per week if you work on campus. The 20 hours per week limit only applies if you are doing any part-time job off campus. So if you take a part-time job on campus, you'll have no limitation on the working hours. Okay, let me confirm this to you by going to the Canadian government's website. You can see that it's written, there are no restrictions on the number of hours students can work on campus in addition to working off campus. Now let me clarify what do I mean by off campus and on campus. So if you are working off campus, you can work at any location outside the boundaries of the campus of the educational institution at which you are studying. And if you are working on campus, you can work at any business or building or facility inside the boundaries of the campus. I would definitely recommend you to work on campus, not only because you have the flexibility to work as many hours as you want and make more money, but also because on-campus part-time jobs such as working as a research assistant or teaching assistant in your field of study can immensely help you in building your resume and will provide you with Canadian work experience, which will help you in getting a good full-time job in the future, as most employers look for employees with work experience in the field. So you are killing two birds with one stone, because you are both earning money and getting Canadian work experience in your field at the same time. But again, I would caution you that even though the Canadian law allows you to work as many hours as you want on campus, the university might not allow you to work a lot, generally not more than 30 hours per week. Because if you're working so much and studying at the same time, one of the two things might suffer, and the university might not want you to get overwhelmed and exhausted. So before you go to the university, I would suggest you to confirm with the university about the number of working hours per week, as they might have specific conditions for it. I know for sure that University of Waterloo doesn't restrict students from working as many hours as they want on campus. And if you know any other university which doesn't limit the working hours, do comment it down below so we help each other out. Now if you're thinking how long will it take to get a part-time job, will I get a part-time job because of COVID? Don't worry, there are plenty of off-campus jobs available in Canada. It usually takes 1 to 2 months to find a job, but it might take even longer if you don't have a good network of friends. With regards to on-campus jobs, it depends on the university you have applied to, but if you are proactive in contacting the university for it, you might get it in no time. In April 2021, one of my close friends went to Sheridan College in Ontario, and he was so worried about getting a part-time job. But when he landed in Canada and took a month to search for job opportunities, he got a part-time job in 1 month's time, and now he is working. So yeah, it's not hard to find part-time opportunities, you just need to keep trying until you get one. Now let's talk about another way you can make even more money than working part-time. It's through full-time jobs. During a study in Canada, you have the opportunity to work part-time in your university's regular breaks, which means that you can work every single day for the entire summer and winter vacations. The summer and winter holidays are almost equal to 4 months. Moreover, you can also work in your university's scheduled breaks, such as reading weeks in fall and spring. This will give you plenty of time to work as many as 40 hours per week and earn money to support your studies and stay, but it will require a lot of commitment and work from your side. Unlike working part-time, there is no restrictions on the number of hours you can work full-time, whether it is on campus or off campus. You are even allowed to work overtime or in night shifts to make more money. Also, if you are unable to find a full-time job or you are searching for it, you are free to work 2 part-time jobs to increase your working hours. But remember one thing, you can't work full-time before your first semester at the university. Here, I would like to share the story of one of my seniors in school who also studied at Sheridan College. By working full-time during all of the university's scheduled breaks, he was able to completely pay his tuition because he managed to find good, high-paying jobs which were well above the minimum wage of 14 Canadian dollars. Now, let's talk about a really great way to build your profile and earn money to support your finances at the same time. You can earn significantly more money with this method than with any other method I have shared. This is through co-op programs. Co-op programs are quite different than most programs because in co-op programs, working and studying is embedded inside the curriculum. So co-op students work in an industry job related to their field of study while also studying the theoretical program courses in the university. The purpose of co-op programs is to develop your real-world skills in the field you are pursuing by giving you exposure to different jobs and careers inside your area of study. Most co-op programs in Canada are structured in an alternating pattern of studying and working, which means that 1 semester or 4 months of studying is followed by 4 months of working full-time at a company partnered with the university. So you'll have 1 semester of studies, then 1 semester of work, then 1 semester of studies, and then 1 semester of work. Now, the work you do as part of your co-op is like an internship, but not the same as internship, because an internship is a work between an employer and a student which can be paid or unpaid, whereas co-op is a work between a university, employer and a student. It is always paid and involves a specific program structure. The benefits of doing co-op programs are huge, especially in Canada, because 1. You gain practical knowledge and skills in your industry and field of interest. 2. You explore different jobs in your field that will help you decide which one you want to pursue in the future. 3. Your industry experience, that too in Canada, will help you secure a good full-time job, especially a high-paying one because as I said earlier, employers really look for employees with Canadian work experience. Though the exact amount depends on your field, university and your university's tie-up with the companies, the pay rate ranges from $11 an hour to $25 an hour. Almost every Canadian university which offers a co-op program has a dedicated team to help students and connect them with suitable co-op work. So don't think it's hard to get co-op work because with the assistance of the university, you'll definitely get one. Here is the list of all the Canadian universities with the best co-op programs. It includes a few top universities in Canada like the University of Waterloo, University of British Columbia, University of Toronto, etc. If you are enrolled in a co-op, the earnings from your co-op work will be the highest among all the other methods I have mentioned, and it will go towards covering a major chunk of your tuition fee. Alongside co-op work, if you are also doing part-time and full-time work, you are going to pay all of your expenses easily and even save some money for yourself. If you have watched my previous videos, you definitely know that I got accepted at UFT Scarborough's Computer Science Co-op with a 75% scholarship in the form of UFT International Scholar Award. If you'd like to know how I got accepted, you can watch my few but detailed videos on this here and down below. Before moving forward, I'd like to tell you guys that these are all the traditional methods of earning and they are very specific to Canada. In this video, I haven't shared the non-traditional methods of earning that can help you pay your college expenses regardless of whether you are studying at a college in Canada or a college in India, because it would have taken me an hour to cover all the non-traditional methods of earning. That's why in the next video, I'll be covering all the different ways of making money in college, no matter whether you are studying at University of Toronto or University of Tokyo or University of Delhi. This includes stuff from freelancing to personal branding. So do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss that video. That video will truly open your mind to a lot of possibilities. Now, I would like to talk about another very important aspect in paying your college expenses on your own in Canada, which is the importance of controlling your monthly expenses and reducing them as much as you can. So before you come to Canada, you need to prove to the Canadian Embassy that you will be able to afford the living expenses by showing your GIC. In GIC, you need to add money so you can pay for your living expenses for your first 2 semesters in Canada. So when you come to Canada, every month you can withdraw a certain amount of money from GIC to pay for your living expenses. Ideally, you should keep your monthly expenses below the amount you will receive from GIC every month. It is extremely important for you to plan your expenses, avoid unnecessary purchases, choose cheap and affordable housing, lower your cost in groceries and other fun activities so you can pay off your living expenses just from the GIC money and save all the money from the other sources for your second, third and fourth year's tuition and living expenses. Moreover, you need to realize that there will always be uncertain and miscellaneous expenses like medicinal costs or laptop repair, etc., which might pop up anytime during your study. Even if these random expenses occur, make sure you cover them up in the next months by earning more or consuming less. That's why it's so important to not only have a plan but to also have a backup plan for your finances and actively work towards reducing your costs to be able to achieve your goals. If you are able to utilize these methods and work dedicatedly, I guarantee you will be able to pay your tuition fee, living expenses, meal costs, transportation and all the other expenses like thousands of international students from India and other countries. If you don't receive a major scholarship, you'll just need your family's money to pay your first and second semester fee, add money in GIC and travel to Canada. Once you are in Canada, you'll have these options to make enough money to afford the rest of your study and stay on your own. It depends on you and your mindset to make this possible. Working part-time, studying and living in a different country at the same time can be quite challenging and overwhelming. But if you are determined, hardworking and disciplined, you will be able to do it. Lastly, to summarize this video, I would say you need to maintain a high academic standing throughout your high school to apply for co-op programs and be considered for both big and small scholarships. Once you reach Canada, you need to work part-time during your studies and full-time during your breaks. With co-op program, your year would roughly look like this: 4 months of studies and part-time, 4 months of paid co-op work and part-time, and 4 months of full-time in your vacation. And between all of this, you'll try to actively reduce your monthly living expense and save money as much as you can. Now, with this in mind, tell me how you'll not be able to pay all of your college expenses on your own. If you need further proof, let me tell you that I personally know people and have seen videos of a lot of students who are able to pay their expenses on their own. In the description, I will list down all the videos of these inspiring students who share the exact breakdown of their college expenses in Canada and how they managed to pay them. If you are interested and want to get a better idea, I highly recommend you watch those videos too. With that being said, I would like to thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Comment "I can do it" in the comment section below to let me know that you have watched the full video. Please give this video a thumbs up so this video reaches other students who want to fulfill their dreams but lack of information pose obstacles in their path. Also, subscribe the channel to motivate me and help me create more content like this. Again, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.